Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about how Doordash is enforcing their policies fairly and proportionately by Doordash. So DoorDash ended up writing an article for their DoorDash newsroom, how we're enforcing our policies fairly and proportionately. Anybody who's ever been in the gig economy knows how much dog crap that really is. But you know what? Why not look at the slow-moving car crash, right? So with that said, I want to go over everything that's being said in this article, how it actually is for DoorDash drivers, merchants, and customers on the platform, and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. At DoorDash, we want everyone who uses our platform to have a safe and positive experience. To help us achieve this, all members of our community, Dashers, consumers, and merchants, must meet our standards and follow our policies. So that's a very big political statement. Let me fix that real quick. At DoorDash, we want everyone who uses our platform to give us their money and make it as toxic of an experience as possible between all of your parties, Dashers, customers, and merchants. To help us achieve this, we are going to blame you for all of the problems that you are causing, clearly, because we have nothing to do with that. And when we feel like somebody else is to blame and not us, we're just gonna wrongfully deactivate them, justify poor behavior, or just make it as miserable of an experience as possible. That sounds about right. We strive to be open and transparent. We strive to be open and transparent about our policies and how they are enforced. That is why the requirements and conditions for using the platform are provided to all users before they ever gain access. Additionally, all users agree to these policies before they can even use our platform. And if they end up abusing their policies wrongfully, we all know how malicious DoorDash has already been proven to be. If you decide to sue them, you've also agreed to an arbitration agreement, meaning unless you opted out of it, you will have to go through an arbiter, which we pay for to say whatever we want because that is what we are paying for, right? That is what we agreed to. If they were actually transparent on how they were enforcing things, they wouldn't be paying off people. We also developed a comprehensive framework to help ensure these rules are enforced fairly and proportionately. I'm sorry, I can't read this without laughing because it's so nonsense. Our goal is to ensure our response is proportional to the severity of the violation. We acknowledge the serious impact losing access to our platform can have on someone's ability to earn extra income or grow their business. We have a range of escalating actions to appropriately respond to policy violations. Oh, here's the actions. You're going to get deactivated, period. You're going to appeal. They're going to go through some AI system to justify whether or not they want to actually reactivate you or not. Then it's going to go to some douche in the Philippines that is probably just going to deny your claim anyway, because who cares if you get reactivated? They have plenty of drivers in that area, and they're not going to look at whether or not you did anything wrong, because you probably didn't do anything wrong. They're going to look at whether or not you were an asset or a liability. A liability being an intelligent driver who knows how not to take bad orders, and an asset meaning you're taking all of the worst orders possible in that area. For less serious conduct or incidents, we will inform users of the policy violation and remind them of the platform guidelines. For instance, in the case of verbal insult or the use of offensive language, an email advising of a policy violation may be issued for a first-time offense. The purpose is to provide a proportionate response and remind users that such behavior is unacceptable and could lead to the loss of platform access. Hopefully, this measured response will also deter future conducts and incidents. That's a lie. That's a straight lie. I have literally seen people lose it on merchants, lose it on customers, lose it on Dasher support specifically, and nothing happens to them, but suddenly one person drops an F-bomb randomly because they're an intelligent driver, and they lose access to the platform after one incident. That's bullcrap. They're lying, they always have lied, and they always will lie. For severe or repeated violations, happens, we may deactivate a user's account, meaning they can no longer access our platform. It's important to emphasize that we never take the decision to deactivate a user's account lightly. Deactivations are reserved for serious or egregious conduct, such as assault or threats to harm another person, sexual assault or discrimination, fraud, or consistent violations of our policies like failure to complete deliveries safely or on time. In many cases, deactivation only occurs after a user has received prior notifications that their conduct on the platform violated our policies, which again is total nonsense right off the bat. There are so many of these claims of harassment and assault and all of that turns out to be total nonsense and just a cry for attention. Then there's the case of fraud, which your definition of fraud is somebody actually used a referral code and wanted to get paid for it. Consistent violations of policies, such as not completing deliveries or, let's say, extreme latenesses. Sure, you have contract violations, but a lot of those violations aren't even true, first of all. And second of all, extreme lateness is not even the fault of the driver half the time. It's the fault of current traffic conditions. Well, you're gonna blame somebody for being stuck in rush hour traffic at 5 o'clock in the afternoon? What kind of nonsense is that? And not to mention the amount of customers that claim that they never got the order and just wanted to pull some refund method. Come on. And then there's the other one, wrong order delivered contract violation, where you'd say it's the fault of the driver, that they are the reason that they got the wrong order, when in reality, the merchant was the one who gave him the wrong order to begin with. Are you just stupid? Were you dropped on your head as a child? As everybody in the DoorDash back office just started making pumpkin spice bleach for the season? What the hell is going on? To help ensure deactivations are fair and justified, we put in place a dedicated review and appeals process for Dashers. If a Dasher's account is deactivated, they will be notified and have an opportunity to appeal. The appeals process is driven by human decision-making and oversight. In the rare instance that an account is deactivated in error, our team acts quickly to reactivate the account. Bullshit. You're lying. You always have lied, and you always will lie. There have been times, in the way I was deactivated, you didn't even send an email. You weren't even trying to justify reactivating my account. You just said a violation occurred, never told me what it was, just pointed to some generalized section within the contract. You kind of have to piece together which it was, and you never even said why. So how about you stop lying, start doing your goddamn job, and quit wasting everyone's time pretending you're decent people when we obviously know you're not. Deactivations are serious but a necessary component to help provide a safe and positive experience for all DoorDash users. While the vast majority of users follow the rules and do the right thing, it is crucial that we act swiftly and decisively when necessary. Which again is a lot of nonsense. You are only doing it because you need to make room for other drivers who are stupid by getting rid of the intelligent drivers that know what they're doing. They are the scummiest people on planet Earth. Importantly, we're constantly exploring new ways to improve how we explain and enforce our policies while at the same time maintaining safety, security, and the quality that all members of the DoorDash community come to expect. Oh, let's go over that because that was a bunch of politics right there. Importantly, we're constantly exploring new ways to legally screw over every single person on our platform, whether they're a customer, a merchant, or a Dasher, while at the same time maintaining our safety, our security on a legal level, and the quality of the members that the DoorDash community come to expect. We already know that we're pieces of garbage, so we're just gonna keep that because who cares at the end of the day? Yeah, that sounds more accurate. This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. Whenever a company puts out a notice like this, it's because they know that when they do a mass deactivation, people speculate on why they're doing it, and they're trying to get out ahead of it by making a post like this so that way they could justify the giant screw over that they've done to, I don't know, how many families have been ruined at this point? How many financial futures have been destroyed because of the piss poor integrity and character of the failures that is the executives that operate DoorDash. I mean, they're not selling out of their own company because they're doing the right thing. They're selling out of their own company because they don't even give a crap about people anymore. I mean, it's one thing to have a lot of insiders sell their stocks and get into treasuries. I mean, the treasury yield is pretty impressive. But if no one is buying into their own company, it means they don't believe in their own company and they don't believe in the crap that they're spewing out. Now, how can you protect yourself from wrongful deactivation? The same way I always say, diversify your gig portfolio, save and invest your money, develop an exit strategy, and all in all, just make sure that you are never too financially dependent on DoorDash or any company, really. That's not even just for gig work, that's for jobs, that's for being in business for yourself, that's anything. You're never too financially dependent on any one source of income, and that way you can always, and I mean always, feel financially secure in everything that you do. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.